my name is Mathilde and this is the Resting Tree. I hope with this short video to explain to you a couple of things about the Resting Tree. The Resting Tree is all about inspiring people. This is somewhat my mission in life, and to reach this kind of mission I've got different strategies, and about these strategies that I'm going to talk to you about tonight. I'm based in Blackburn, Lancashire, but more than happy to travel if you want me at your premises. Classical contact details, there is an email account, of course, therestingtreelands@gmail.com. There is a Facebook page and also a Twitter account. The Resting Tree uses art therapy. I'm also a trainee counsellor, so some of the games that we might be playing together delve in a bit of Gestalt. There is a bit of transactional analysis and CBT, but I'm also trained into marketing, branding, log marks, coaching. So in this way I've tried to bring some of the things together. For the people who have already seen some of the videos that I made, of course I've been working with the perfect daughters, the daughters of alcoholic parents, since I am myself one of them. I'm a perfect sister for some of the women out there, and so I've been working with people in recovery. There is not much difference in deciding to brand yourself as a person or brand your company. What might be friends or members of your family, those can be somewhat assessed and worked on as if they were business partners or members of your team or your clients and your customers. So I've tried to bring everything together, all the knowledge that I have, and this is what the Resting Tree is. So of course I've been working with businesses, so during the workshops with the businesses we are talking about who are you, to find your skills, develop your skills, and of course we're going to be using different techniques such as the shape technique, which I found extremely helpful. Decision making, assessing your values as a person, if these values as a person match the value of your company, with the values assessing what the different options are in a decision making. Of course, creative ideas and a creative decision making is using different hats, for example. Collaborating, learning how to work with the people in your own company. For example, does your receptionist, if you have one, or the apprentice, or I don't know, the delivery man that works for your company, your network, do they share exactly the same values of your company or as yourself? We're going to be working and talking about product and services. So does everybody in your company know exactly what your product or your service is? What are the values attached? How can you actually work with that? Does your product reflect who you are, or are you trying to compromise? We are going to be talking about brand and love mark, the difference between the two, and where you decide with your company or with yourself if you decide to be simply a brand or if you want to take it a step further and actually make it a love mark. Shaping the client. What kind of a client do you have? Do you know exactly the client? What kind of an age range? Where do they go? How do you meet them? Where do they network? What do they buy? And of course we're talking about customer care and customer care extraordinaire. Even though I do have an email account, a Facebook page and a Twitter account, I want to go back to basics. Back to basics, B2B for me, is again the next step. We have, I believe, to stop marketing and working as if we were still in the 1990s. We have actually to go back to what was the old handshake and face-to-face. This is the reason why I will never do a workshop over Skype. I can give you all the help if you want via email, but after the workshops, and the workshop will be held at your company, at your premises, or where you choose to be, where I can actually see the people you are working with, see the product or the service that you are providing to your customers, work within you and for you. And somewhat this is connected with when I work with in a counseling or similar to counseling environment, where I won't actually oblige you to do anything. I won't give you any specific strategy unless you request it from me, but I will try to make you decide and choose what your best strategy for yourself is, not obliging you to take any specific direction, nor abiding to my ideas, but working together side by side for you to maximize your productivity, and of course that should increase, of course, your income and at least your customer relationship. When I'm working with inspiring people who are not actually businesses, we are talking, of course, mainly about the same thing, but of course we somewhat think about more consequences on the long term, i.e. don't think only about what you will be doing, like, I don't know, at the end of the day or at the end of the week or at the end of the month, but having a long-term plan of what your life is going to be. And of course, instead of products and services, we're going to be talking about strategies, we're going to be talking about mission. Shaping the client is more about working about your friends, what kind of people you have, how do you relate. It's the famous theory of the toothpaste, meaning that when you're shaping yourself and you're reevaluating and self-developing yourself, you have to remember that you are somewhat like a toothpaste. When you squeeze, of course, whatever is inside comes out. So whatever you are inside should actually reflect what you actually show to the people. And of course, this leads to somewhat a citizen extraordinaire instead of actually being a customer extraordinaire. And this is, of course, is helping people to find their own particular space in society, and the moment that actually they present themselves, they are authentic. When we are working, as I've been working with the Perfect Daughters instead, I follow the 8 developmental stages as by Erickson. So we are talking about, besides the first introductory session, we are working with trust, anatomy, initiative versus guilt, up down to integrity versus despair. So we are following all 8 developmental stages. And of course, when I'll be working very shortly, and I'm so excited, with a recovery group in Cologne called Juice. I'm so thrilled about it. And of course, we are going to be doing art therapy together, and working, of course, on the who are you and the creativity, exploring again, finding your skills, developing your skills, and using somewhat myself as a mirror with the person, so that actually the person can assess their position into their life story. Of course, we cannot forget about the little ones. When I'm working with the children, because I love, of course, working with them, it's all about freedom of expression. I did some workshops in a couple of markets when I've been working with the kids, and I've always been somewhat not preoccupied, but of course I've noticed how the parents react when children are being creative, and somewhat they tend to lead. While I do believe in a total freedom of expression, when this expression is led and facilitated in a creative and a positive way. So what you can have from me, you can have all this, or you can sit with me and discuss and say, well, you know, I'd like to have this. Maybe I would skip these 2 things because they don't actually something that I don't think I need at the time. I'd rather have this and this, and so we can work together, because this is the whole point. The resting tree is a space in between breaths. It's like a safe island for you to discover your own potentiality, both as a company or as an individual. What do I guarantee? I guarantee an honest fee, because, of course, I am my own business, and of course I do charge. So, but what I charge is an honest fee for what I offer. I guarantee experience. I can guarantee passion, and I think that you can actually see that. I can guarantee professionalism. And because, as I said, I'm a trainee counselor, I do work under an ethical framework, an umbrella, and one of the things is confidentiality. So whenever I will be working with you and any topics will come up, those will be treated, the sessions, with the same ethical framework and principles of a proper listening sessions and a proper somewhat therapy. Even though it is a business therapy, don't forget that of course the topics that we're going to be talking, and because of course one of the characteristics that I have is that I'm challenging. So if you do trust me, and I hope I'll come across as of course a trustworthy person, if you do trust me and if you give me the opportunity, I know that we can work together, because of course I can put my expertise and you can put yourself, or you can put your own product, your own company. And this is the thing, is we are going to be working together. I'm not going to come to you and say, these are the theories, or I can give you the various 80-20, or I can give you the 17-42, the various numbers, and taken down from the books, and just give them to you and you can do with them whatever you want. No, we're going to be working together. The sessions will be, as I said, at your premises, unless it is like a one-to-one thing, or on a personal level instead of actually the business one. And of course, I'll be working with you, together with you, because I've chosen this quote by Maya Angelou, the writer, that says that I've learned that no matter what happens or how bad it seems today, life does go on. And does go on, and it will be better tomorrow. The only question is, are you willing to try? Do you think you have like somewhat reached rock bottom, and that you are discouraged, you don't sell anything anymore, you don't have any customers, customer seems to just walk past your premises and stop at 2 shops down the line? We're going to be working on all that, and of course I do believe, even though I am the resting tree, and I do sell you, in this moment I'm actually selling you my workshops, the first thing that I'm actually selling is myself, is Mathilde, because of course I am the resting tree and I am my workshops. So we are going to be working through all this also with you, within your company, with the people that work in your company, in order to create somewhat the perfect synergy. As I said, I'm in Blackburn, Lancashire. Again, all the contact details. You will find, of course, the contact details at the bottom of this video. So feel free to contact me, and then we can discuss what your needs are, what I can do for you. Of course, the first assessment, when you call me to your company, is absolutely totally free. We can see whatever it is, and I can present you with a proposal that you can accept or can refute. That's not a problem. I just really hope, because I'm so thrilled and I'm so passionate about this, that this is the time. It's 2015. This is the time to actually start making the world just turn and work in your favor, and especially as you want it. Thank you.